Hello viewers, welcome to our YouTube channel. This channel focuses on environment, health and safety. Please subscribe to our channel to watch all latest safety-related training videos. Today, we are going to learn about important terms and definitions related to health and safety. We hope this will be useful for you. ALARP. ALARP means, as low as reasonably practicable. This involves weighing a risk against the trouble, time and money needed to control it. Thus, ALARP describes the level to which workplace risk is controlled. Allergen. An antigen, molecule capable of being recognized by the immune system, that causes an allergic reaction. Carcinogen. A substance or physical agent that causes cancer. Competent person. A practical and reasonable person with sufficient documented training and experience, who knows what to look for, how to recognize it when they see it, and how to deal with it to make it safe. They also know and work within the limits of their competence. Danger. A state or condition in which personal injury and/or asset damage is reasonably foreseeable. The presence of a hazard. Dermatitis. Inflammation of the skin. When the condition is due to contact with a substance at work, it is called occupational or industrial dermatitis. Ergonomics. The study of the relationship between workers and their occupation, equipment and environment, and particularly, the application of anatomical, physiological and psychological knowledge to the problems arising therefrom. Event tree analysis. A graphical method of exploring how an initiating, hazardous, event can lead to an accident via a set of further events. The method allows the exploration of barriers to escalation of the hazard, mitigations, and the calculation of the relative likelihoods of various outcomes. Fire precautions. The measures taken and the fire protection features provided in a building, for example design, systems, equipment and procedures, to minimize the risk to the occupants from the outbreak of fire. Fire prevention. The concept of preventing outbreaks of fire, of reducing the risk of fire spreading and of avoiding danger to persons and property from fire. First aid. The skilled application of accepted principles of treatment on the occurrence of an accident or in the case of sudden illness, using facilities or materials available at the time. Failure mode effect analysis. A bottom-up hazard identification technique which considers the individual elements of a system, determines how each element can fail and explores the effects of each such element failure on the operation of the system as a whole. FMEA can also be used to quantify the failure rate of the total system by counting the contribution of each individual element. Fault tree analysis. A graphical method for analyzing how a top event, generally a hazardous event, can be caused by lower-level events combined by logical operators, most frequently and/or gates. The method is useful for identifying single points of failure or limited redundancy in complex systems and can be used for system reliability and availability calculations. Hazard. Something with the potential to cause harm. HAZOP. HAZOP stands for Hazard and Operability Studies. A systematic method of identifying hazards using a team-based approach and applying a set of standard guide phrases to the elements of a design to determine how these could deviate from the intent of the designers and what the results would be. Incident. An unplanned, unexpected event which has the potential to lead to an accident although may not do so. Manual handling. Any means of transporting or supporting a load manually. Lifting, putting down, pushing, pulling, carrying or moving by hand or bodily force. Near miss. An incident, which did not show a visible result, but had the potential to do so. Permit to work. A formal written or verbal authority to operate a planned procedure, which is designed to protect personnel, working in hazardous areas or activities, or when performing maintenance on a safety-related system. Authority for a safe system of work. Risk assessment. A process where hazards are identified and risks evaluated, with the objective of eliminating or reducing the risks to an acceptable level which is tolerable and as low as reasonably practicable, ALARP. Safety audit. Monitoring of the implementation of a safety policy by subjecting each area of an activity to a systematic critical examination with the purpose of minimizing loss, and providing a quantified assessment of performance. Safety Committee. A committee representative of all staff with the objective of promoting cooperation in investigating, developing and carrying out measures to ensure the health, safety and welfare of the employees. Safety Policy. A legal requirement for an employer to prepare, and keep up to date a written statement of their policy regarding the health and safety of their employees. The requirement for a written statement is for 5 or more employees. Thanks for watching this video. Hope it is useful for you. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.